Hi, it's MJ, and we are full on into Horror Mayhem 2025. This is Decades of Dread. Stay tuned to see what pile of possibilities I pulled to maybe read this month. Alrighty, welcome if you're brand new. Welcome back if you are a longtime subscriber. I wasn't going to do this. I said I was going to, and here I am. It's still going on. The struggle is real. I'm a real girl. Okay, so Horror Mayhem, created by the Bookish Bryants, is an homage to the horror genre to bring people to the table to read horror. I'm not asking you to sit down and read gruesome body horror, really scary stuff. No, there's cozy horror, there's cottage horror, there's gothic horror. There's all kinds of different layers to the horror genre. I'm just asking you to test the water, see if you like it. Maybe, just maybe, it might turn you on to something new, huh? That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Open up your literary world a little bit more. Okay, so these are the books that I pulled for myself. And this is the first one that I started. This is Christopher Pike, which Christopher Pike was big in the 90s for writing books like this. He's a Scholastic. Remember Scholastic book fairs? His books are in the Scholastic book fairs. And this is basically about, I'm only in the first chapter. 17-year-old girl who knows she's a witch. Her mom was a witch. Her mom passed away. They have this ability to do remote viewing. And they don't call it that. They just call it viewing. And she's experiencing that right now. So it's good. It's a YA book. So, YA vibes. All right. Then over on my Patreon, we had a book poll. And I chose all the books and I said, hey, these are all the books that I'm interested in reading this month. Let's pick one. We chose When Darkness Loves Us. And this is by Elizabeth Angstrom. This is a paperback from hell, Grady Hendrix. This is a reissue. You can find copies on eBay that are still pretty reasonable. But I've always heard of this book. I've been recommended this book and I'm like, all right, it's time to read it. So Horror Mayhem, we encourage people to read short stories, 250 pages and under, 200 pages and under. These are all border 250, 220, 230, 240. Not all. Entry-level horror. I'm reading this one. This is a second time. This is You Should Have Left by Daniel Kelman. This is translated from the German by Ross Benjamin. This is very atmospheric, very dreamlike, very gothic, and very, what was that? And then you finish the book and you have all these questions and you can't wait to dive back in and read it all over again. That's this kind of book. Okay, highly recommended for people that are like, I want to participate in Horror Mayhem, but I'm scared and I don't know what to do. Do this one. Or this one. This is Katherine the Ghost. And this has to do with Wuthering Heights. This is a fiercely poetic homage to Emily Bronte's supernatural masterpiece where love is relentless and the dead are never gone. This modern gothic punk remix of Emily Bronte's classic Wuthering Heights is a ghost story told from the POV of Catherine Earnshaw's restless spirit from beyond the grave. So if you like Wuthering Heights, you might just like Katherine the Ghost, and this is by Kathy Koja. Clash Books. That's the indie publisher. All right. Then I have to finish this one. I have to be in the mood for it, though. This is Cudigra by Sophia Ajram. And this is a Bram Stoker nominated book for this year. It's dark. It's, you know, if you're going through something, if you're kind of feeling sad, if you're not in the right headspace, don't wait till a better day. But this is a dark book, and I was reading it, and something, I don't know. I'm a mood reader. I just put it down, and like I wanted to read something else. I didn't want to be sad, basically. I don't like being sad. So I'm going to be finishing this, and I'm probably like 40 pages in. No. I'm 34 pages in. What the hell is this? Oh, it was a little train ticket that you get because it takes place in like the metro. Yeah. Cool. All right. Also, I have Zero Saints by Gabino Iglesias. I've had this on a number of different, maybe I'll read it this month, maybe I'll read it this month, right? Maybe I'll read it this month, and I never do. So this book was actually just re-released and is available now for purchase. This is one of his earlier books. And if you like Gabino Iglesias' work, of course you're going to love this. This was kindly sent to me by Angela, and I will read it this month. And it comes in at 178 pages. All right. Then, over at the Banned Book Club, I've never read this, and I really feel like I need to. I think now is the right time. I've tried in the past, and I put it down. But it is going to be the original Frankenstein. And this is going to be Mary Shelley's version. And Mary Shelley's version takes place from here to the end, I believe. So that's the version that I'm going to be reading, because that will put me within the guidelines of Horror Mayhem with the 250 and under. So if you've never read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, you can go over on Fable. That's where the Banned Book Club is. And, participate as little or as much as you'd like. And it's free. Okay. Then I have these two vintage books for stories. So we encourage people to read short stories. You can't really log a short story in your Goodreads. You have to kind of read the whole book. But there are some cool ones in here that I want to visit. This is an anthology called The Fiend in You. Tales of hidden horror from contemporary writers of the insidious evil that lurks within every human being. This is old. This is from 1962. So this will cover the 60s. Then I have this one, Horror Stories number 4, Rare and Well Done. This is 1963. So I may be picking one or two stories from here, one or two stories from here, just to fill the gaps and really make Horror Mayhem like a good experience for me. I'm not going to sit down and read the whole thing. I don't think that's where I'm at. I'm just going to read the stories. But I am reading some actual books. Do you know what I mean? Then we have Hauntings, Tales of the Supernatural. I've read from this in the past. I haven't finished all of them. I don't think I will this round, maybe next year. But this is a great book. It's a lovely anthology. The cover, it has Edward Gorey art on it. I had to take it off because it's getting jacked up a little bit. Deckled edges. And this ranges from all different times. This was published in 1968, but the stories vary from different time periods. And then I was at Barnes & Noble this week. And you'll have to stay tuned for my video over the weekend to explain how I got this copy. But this is one of those, if you buy a coffee, you get like a $5 book. You get a book for $5. This is, holy crap. In the US, it's $14.99. In Canada, it's $19.99. It was $5 on top of my matcha lavender latte. That was wonderful. And it was so good that I tried to replicate it at home, and it turned out okay. This is Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk. Helen Brandt knows her end is coming. She'll do anything to change it. A magical detective. This could be a cult detective October, But there's some vampires in here. There's some demons in here. So I'm leaving it for horror mayhem as well. This may be one of those good little entry-level books for people that are like, I don't know, I don't want to read horror. Maybe you like this. It's a little gumshoe. Ooh. Magical detective dives into the affairs of Chicago's divine monsters to secure a future with the love of her life. This sapphic period piece will dazzle anyone looking for mystery, intrigue, romance, magic, or all of the above. An exalted augur who sold her soul to save her brother's life is offered one last job before serving an eternity in hell. When she turns it down, her client sweetens the pot by offering up the one payment she can't resist, the chance to have a future where she grows old with the woman she loves. To succeed, she is given 3 days to track down the White City Vampire, Chicago's most notorious serial killer. If she fails, only hell and heartbreak await. And this sounds really cool, doesn't it? It's got that vibe to it. And $5 on top of your order. Psh, whatever. All right. So that's pretty much all of the stuff that I have picked out for May. It's all subject to change because as a mood reader, I don't lock myself in. If something comes out and I want to read it, I'm going to read it. I have When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. That should be arriving this week. And I'm looking at a bunch of other little horror books that maybe I'll tap into. Because it's my right. I don't believe in TBRs. I get disappointed at the end of the month if I didn't read it all. Oh, also, I have a Sookie Stackhouse collection. Remember Sookie Stackhouse from True Blood? I have a collection of just her stories on my Kobo. So I may dive into those too, because those are fun. That's a fun kind of horror. That's the kind of horror that I want to bring people into the table, right? Come on, sit down. Come on, sit down and eat some horror with us. It's really good. Come on, sit down and enjoy some of the horror genre with us. You might like it. All right, everybody. I hope you're doing better than me. I know you are. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, everyone. Goodbye for now. Happy reading. Lights out.